Welcome everybody. I am en route to Newark, New Jersey, where I'm about to fly to the London contest. The little miniature theme of today's episode is going to be how to travel to the UK as a bagpiper. I think tip number one has got to be, for me, is do what you have to do and be willing to spend just a little bit of extra money to fly direct and not do a million connections. For example, I live in Albany, New York. I could fly from Albany to Newark and then, in this case, I'm going to London. Usually I go to Glasgow. You know, I could go to Albany and I still have to check in, so I need to get there early. And then that's a tiny little plane, so they tend to be delayed a lot, if not sometimes canceled. And then if your flight gets canceled, that's gonna be a giant disaster, right? I can get to Newark in 2.5 hours, check in at Newark nice and early, beat the traffic, and then just have one direct flight, and those overseas flights, they're very unlikely to cancel those. They might be delayed, but there's nothing totally crazy gonna happen there. And so all I have to do is get on the airplane in Newark, relax, and wake up on the other side in London, or obviously Pipers fly to Glasgow or Edinburgh, but it's all the same. I want, it's the equivalent here today. I don't know if you can see the Freedom Tower way in the background there. See it? So the next tip about just traveling in general is, like, everything that I talk about here on today's episode, and maybe I highlighted as being important, it was all on a list that I have, and it's on my iPhone, and I reuse the list every single time I travel to make sure I don't forget anything. Okay, but then obviously we very carefully check off the list before you leave, especially given my first tip, which is I'm driving quite a ways to the airport, and so I'm already pretty much at the point of no return here, so I can't turn around. So I really hope that I've remembered everything, but I'm feeling confident because I have that nice detailed list that I reuse every time. So one of the things that I don't do anymore, I have friends near Newark, in Kearny, New Jersey, who I used to ask to help, store my car and give me a ride to and from the airport. And I'm extremely grateful for the times that they did that. However, I don't do it anymore because it's just too much of an inconvenience for them, really. I mean, I just felt like I was imposing on hospitality, and so I park in long-term parking now. That's where I'm headed towards. I'll be there the next 10 minutes or so. It's $50 for a long weekend trip, which I often do, and I just find it's worth every penny, super convenient, and so just another tip. That's something I would definitely recommend. TSA PreCheck is the best thing ever. For all of those people who complained, well, in the TSA PreCheck line, you're just an idiot. All right, so updates. So yeah, I did the TSA PreCheck thing about a year ago, and it's worth every penny, especially in Newark. So the regular person line was like literally half a mile long, and my line was super quick. Got through security in like 5 minutes, which is super great. I do really like this Bagpiper pipe case that I have. It's not like a paid endorsement, obviously, but it's very cool because it has backpack and wheels, which is, I think, a really, really great feature and actually very practical for traveling. So anyway, I'm about to get on the airplane, and my only tip on the airplane is, even if you can't sleep on the airplane, just try to relax, shut your eyes, and don't get upset about the fact that you can't sleep, because that's just going to keep you awake. So just keep it chill. That's what I do on the airplane, and I usually find that I nod off and get at least a couple solid hours before I get to the other side. You just got to stay relaxed and enjoy it. So That's where we're at so far. Don't these people know Dunkin' Donuts is total crap? Jeez. I've landed. All right, my final bit of advice is when you get to the UK, take a nap, for God's sakes. Just a little nap, set an alarm, so for me, maximum of 2 hours. And then I'm gonna get up and try and stay up until a normal time. But to me, that's by far the best way to fight jet lag. Don't give in to any of the hype that you have to stay up. You just don't want to go straight to sleep for like a long time. So that's it. I'm doing my nap right now, and that's it for today's traveling vlog.